Real people, real results, real recipes. My guest today doesn't believe in diet food, and neither do I. Let's go inside the GLP-1 kitchen and explore how to blend hard science with crave-worthy recipes that help you stay full, protect your muscle mass, and love what's on your plate, whether you're on a GLP-1 or post-bariatric surgery.
They're back. Calcium Dark Chocolate Bars, a ProCare Health customer favorite. Now available online at procarenow.com. Creamy chocolate plus calcium and vitamin D. You'll love them too. Use code SUSAN10 to save 10%.
I'm bariatric dietitian Dr. Susan Mitchell. You're listening to the Bariatric Surgery Success podcast. I'm so glad you're listening today. It matters where you get your nutrition information. And boy, am I excited. I'm excited because award-winning nutrition expert and author Roseanne Rust is joining me today. Roseanne has published several books in the For Dummies series, including Zero Waste Cooking for Dummies and Dash Diet for Dummies. She's the editor of the new book, the GLP-1 Kitchen, 50-plus protein-packed, fiber-rich recipes for living well on weight loss medications. You can find all of Roseanne's contact information in the show notes. Hello, Roseanne, and welcome to the Bariatric Podcast, Bariatric Surgery Success Podcast.
I'm so excited to be here, Susan. It's so happy to see you.
I'm excited to see you, and I'm excited about your brand new book. So why this recipe book, Roseanne? There's so many recipe books out there. Why should we reach for it?
Right. And you touched on it in your intro. We want to get our nutrition information from registered dietitians. And as dietitians, my co-authors and I saw a real need for more information, credible information for this population. So our love of food, our love of health, and evidence-based medicine sort of led us to, why don't we write an easy and delicious cookbook specifically for the challenges of this population?
And
here we are.
Yeah, and your recipes, what makes them unique for someone who's either taking a GLP-1 or they've just had bariatric surgery?
Yeah, well, both of those populations have something in common. They often have some challenges in terms of nausea, not being able to eat large meals. A GLP-1 patient may have some challenges the day or 2 or 3 after their injection day. So we specifically and intentionally created recipes that are smaller portions, but pack a lot of nutrition.
So
we want it to be delicious, but not overwhelming.
And do the recipes include nutrition information like the macros and calories?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. We know that in general, balanced diet is important, but protein and fiber are key nutrients during this time of weight loss. You want to maintain lean muscle mass. You need adequate protein in the diet. And there often are a lot of gastrointestinal issues as a result of surgery or the injection day.
Right.
So fiber is important to keep our gut healthy and to keep things moving.
Moving. So we don't have the big C, constipation.
Right. Yeah. And it takes some planning to make sure that you're getting these nutrients into your meals.
Absolutely. So do you strive for a certain amount of protein or calories per recipe, or does it vary with the type of recipe?
It varies. We didn't really put a number on, we have to have at least 20 or 35 grams of protein per recipe. We just wanted to include protein in all of the recipes. We intentionally called one of the chapters mini meals because sometimes it's appealing to eat more often in smaller amounts. So whether it's a mini meal or a snack, we want the nutrition to matter. So the protein may be anywhere from 10 grams to 35 grams per recipe, depending on what time of the day you might be eating or what your needs are. So it's also can be a supplement of protein, some of these recipes.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it.
People are eating beyond this book, but these are recipes that can fit in those gaps in the diet that they may have.
So how do you make your recipes appealing when oftentimes appetite is low and the portion size is just tiny when you're on GLP-1s or you've just had bariatric surgery? What's going to draw me in and say, yum, try this?
Yeah. Well, a couple of things. Number one, we have some liquid nutrition in there, but we don't want to just drink our calories. We
Oh,
want
no.
to also
Right.
be planning some meals and eating some food. So we have some liquid, smoothies and smoothie bowls that are easy on the eyes and easy on the palate and certainly tasty. And then, I don't know, I made some of these spinach cups today. They're egg cups. So we also have several do-ahead type things.
Oh, I love do-aheads.
Because when you are a little queasy, you're not in the mood to cook.
No.
So
and then you have those days that nothing is working. It's just not working today. And I've got to have something so simple that it's a no-brainer.
Right. So something like these little egg muffins can be made ahead. They can be frozen. So on those days that you don't really feel like eating, you can pop one out of the freezer, warm it up, and the portion's not too big, so you can manage that.
And that's what we want. Ooh, I see all kinds of yummy things in front of me. So tell me what recipe that you're talking about today. Oh, that's really pretty.
This is just a tuna salad. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of sort of comfort meals in the book too. Yeah. Things that are creamy, are kind of homey and comforting. So we add more fiber into this tuna salad by adding some variety. So it's simple, any kind of tuna, a can of tuna.
Okay.
Then we incorporate some shredded carrots.
Mm-hmm.
And your box grater is your friend because grating vegetables, and it's a good way to sneak a little extra fiber and nutrients into soups and stews or something like a tuna salad or a chicken salad. And then we did a small dice with some apples. Mm-hmm. A little bit of green onion for flavor. And of course, any of these recipes are adaptable. If you don't like onions, you don't put onions in it. And a little mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, and then some lemon zest. Always brightens up a dish.
Don't you think so? I love
any
using
kind of citrus.
Orange and lemon zest in a recipe. It just pops that flavor.
It does.
And it makes it wonderful. Yeah. One of the things I was thinking, looking at that as I watch it, is that this is going to be super easy to put together. This, what do you call it? Carrot salad or a tuna, apple, and carrot?
Yes, this is a tuna, apple, and carrot salad. Mm-hmm. And you can put it on some greens. You can have it with a few crackers. Mm-hmm. You can make it into a sandwich or put it into a low-carb wrap or something
exactly.
like that. So there's a variety of ways. Mm-hmm. And again, you make a batch. Our recipe makes 2 servings. Most of our recipes are 2 to 3 servings to make it easy to manage. So you can make a batch and then have it today, have it tomorrow, or 2 days from now, and have some variety in your diet.
And with that one, looking at it, so you've got enough food there that for a bariatric patient, they're going to get 2 meals out of that. And because their portion is going to be more like 1 scoop and maybe 1 cracker, unless, again, they're working out hard. So one of the things for bariatric is that each patient is different, and it really depends on how hard they work out and how many calories they expend as to those portions. But typically at a time, they may have that once or twice during the day versus it all at one time, just because of the pouch and how much they're able to fit in there. Right.
And that's why we like the idea of mini meals.
Yes.
And packing the nutrition in small plates, and even using a small plate. This plate's about this big. It's about a 6-inch plate.
Yeah. And that's so smart.
What we look at food first before we eat it. And it can be overwhelming if the plate's big and then I don't have very much food. But when you fill the plate with a smaller amount, it's satisfying, it's not overwhelming, and it's a win-win.
And one of the other things I really like is I always feel that food is eye candy, that the way it looks makes that determination. Even the photos in the book, don't you think? Of whether you're even going to try that recipe because you're drawn into something about the way that looks, or it reminds you of some comfort at home or a time you had something similar, don't you feel?
Absolutely. I mean, you mentioned we don't believe in, quote, diet. This is a lifestyle. This is a lifetime. This isn't just we're doing this month. We have to learn how to manage our food for the long haul. And that includes if you have a family or if you have other people to cook for, occasions that are going to still come up. So we wanted these recipes to be appealing to everyone. It's something that if someone has a family, these egg muffins are great before school too. So you're not just preparing this
Right.
special food for only you, but it's things that everyone can enjoy as well.
That's a really great point, because I hate for someone who's already tight on time, as we all are, to have to go, I'm making my food and your food. And when you can make a fabulous tuna salad, or you can make the little egg dishes and freeze those, pull them out, and everyone can eat them, it makes it so much less stressful on your lifestyle, for sure.
Right.
And one of the other things I love too is I love color. And when I look there and I see the green onions and the carrots and the apples, and you think all of that blends in. So yeah, it gives you fiber so that you're not getting constipated, but it also adds color so that you're not looking at what we've always talked to as plain vanilla food, right?
Right.
Where everything looks like plain beige.
Right. And you'll notice, I don't know if you can see, you can't see through the podcast, but our little video we have here, the skin is still on the apple.
Absolutely.
And this apple smells so good. I can smell the apple from the counter. And as I said, then you're adding some more nutrition. You're adding some fiber. You're adding some crunch. And between the lemon zest and the apple, that aroma is pleasant. And that can be helpful too, especially if, you're experiencing some nausea.
I agree with that.
Or low appetite.
I'm thinking about too, if you're really in a hurry, for people that are super time pressed, you can always find your carrots shredded and, things that are already pre-prepped vegetables, so that you just come home and bam, 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 put it all together quickly. But I bet that didn't take you long as it was.
Yeah, absolutely. Including frozen vegetables. For instance, the egg muffins are using frozen spinach. So I keep that in the freezer all the time. You just take out what you need. You make sure you drain it a little, and it's prepped. The other frozen veggie I love is the onion and pepper mix. It's already chopped. It's just plain onions and peppers, nothing added to it. And that's great as a time saver as well. And the freezer, it'll keep, so that lasts for a long time.
And the eggs, how long about will they keep in the freezer once they're made?
I would recommend about 3 to 6 months for quality, 3 months, but you can keep them for 3 months, and I imagine you will eat them
long before,
within a month.
And I can see that you could easily pull one out, and I'm laughing thinking, because we're both in Florida, and this happens, folks, where we have these storms, hurricanes, tropical storms, everything else, where the freezer, the electricity is off, and then the power goes out, and if it's off for a long enough period of time, then that means you're going to lose items in your freezer.
Do you keep a
book? Show us the cover of it. I think it's so pretty. I noticed, again, because I love color, I think that is a beautiful, beautiful.
Oh,
my eyes come right to that cover. Do you have yourself a favorite recipe?
Favorite recipe? Well, I love the bean soup and the turkey parmesan meatballs, also can be made ahead and frozen. I love the Waldorf chicken salad, and I do love the spinach egg cups because they're versatile. Yeah. And you mentioned the freezer. You can also just put them in the refrigerator and eat them within 3 days.
Yeah, eat them within the week.
Heat them up. I mean, the blueberry pancakes. So, and this on the front.
You're making me hungry, Roseanne.
Okay. And the cover is the shrimp tacos. And you can see
I thought those
all the
were fabulous.
Colors
they look
there.
Great. So as we wrap up, if my listeners can take away one message from your book, what would that be?
One message. Well, I think that message would be plan ahead and be intentional, because nutrition is so important, especially when you're healing, when your appetite is low and you want to maintain your body in the most efficient way. So be intentional with a little bit of planning, and make use of those good days when you do have an appetite to batch cook some food.
I agree with that.
And eat every day.
Real food, right?
Real food. Eat real food and plan and honor your preferences and how you feel, but make sure you get that nutrition in.
Thank you because I think that's spot on to what we're trying to teach about real food, eating real food, and this
Yeah,
becoming a lifestyle. It's not just a short-term
right. And it has
fix.
to be personalized for you.
Yes, I'm all about it being personalized to you and your family for sure. Thank you
Hmm.
for sharing your valuable time with us and showing
Thank
us
you.
how science meets delicious.
Absolutely. Make small bites matter.
I'm going to share the recipe for her tuna, apple, and carrot salad from the book in my newsletter. So be sure and watch for that. And also, you can find the link to Roseanne's book, The GLP-1 Kitchen, in the show notes. So here's what I want you to do this week. So if you're multitasking, come back to me. Are you bored with what you eat? Find yourself not eating well because you don't take time to prep and cook? Decide to try a recipe this week that speaks to you. Try the tuna, apple, and carrot salad in the newsletter. You and your health are worth it.
Bariatric Surgery Success with dietitian Dr. Susan Mitchell is produced and owned by Practicalories, LLC. All rights reserved. Remember, the content provided on this podcast is for information purposes only and doesn't create a patient-provider relationship. It's intended to provide reference material and is not designed to provide medical advice. Please consult your healthcare provider regarding any medical issues you have relating to symptoms, conditions, diseases, diagnosis, treatments, and side effects. Podcast guests express their own opinions, experience, and conclusions which do not necessarily reflect or agree with the host, Dr. Susan Mitchell or Practicalories, LLC.